clean fight, okay? Most of all, remember to defend yourselves at all times, all right?
Well, 8 rounds in the heavyweight division. Jordan Thompson. This is Frenchman David Spilmont.
Seconds out, round 1.
Yeah, the 2 fighters that I mentioned who beat Jordan Thompson, Jairo Pataya, Lenier Pero last time out. And he boxed decent, didn't he, against Pero?
It's going to sound mad. Let me just turn my microphone on first.
Well,
it's my first time on the job.
helps.
It's going to sound mad saying this, but I would argue to say I think that's one of the best I've seen him last time out. Pero's a really good fighter, and I mean, you take your chances, but to go up in weight against a heavyweight and then box someone of his caliber in your first fight is madness, I would say. I really would. So ambitious task, but I mean, it's a crazy step up that was. It should have been this fight, really, the first fight up as heavyweight.
Yeah, he was out for a while after losing to Opataya, had an injury, kept him out of the ring. So yeah, as you say, to jump in with such a classy operator,
He looked good, and he looked good later on in the fight. I know he got wobbled in the 9th round, but again, he showed that I think he's more resilient at this weight, I feel. Everyone get knocked onto this weight, but he took a good shot. He's confident. I think he's more confident. Look at him.
Yeah, we've always seen in the past, haven't we, how well he puts his shots together.
But he's sturdy now, isn't he? That's the difference. You know, he always ended up being vulnerable at cruiserweight. Now he's put on the bulk.
Exactly that. You know, you can only imagine what it does to your chin when you're losing that much weight.
Do you know what? I feel the same with him. Lawrence Okolie, I know Lawrence Okolie was a world champion. Richard Riakpo, I think they look better at heavyweight.
Yes.
All of them.
He's putting his head down there, Spilmont. He's got to be careful because we've already seen Jordan Thompson looking at that right uppercut as he does again, that more to the body, but he's picking the shots correctly here, Jordan Thompson.
I tell you the one thing I'd only say about Thompson in the last fight is that he touches with the jab all the time. Because he's got the reach, as soon as he's a cruiserweight, he can get away with it. But at this weight, that jab's a weapon, and he should use it as a weapon more than as a range finder. And that would be the only criticism, I would say, from his last performance.
Very ambitious still, not content with just fighting for a world title, from a very sporty family, a very successful martial arts family. He said fighting for a world title will not wash at his dinner table.
I remember hearing that, and I thought, with my kids, I say, it's not a race, but if it was, I won. I could always finish my dinner first. But in his house, it probably is a race.
I love the ambition, you know. Yes, 2 defeats, but it's a good quality. Stepped up, feeling good. Still plenty of time. No miles on the clock, is there, for Jordan Thompson? He's recovered from the injury.
Yeah, and he's boxed well in this round, then. Nice and controlled. That's good work. Again, he's still maintaining that speed from that cruiserweight division to explode like that.
Yeah, lovely work to the body there. 3 shots, classy, as you say, sharp shots to the body. And a very good opening round here for Jordan Thompson. Division as well, bubbling nicely, the domestic heavyweight scene.
I mean, you're always looking to go to the heavyweight, and that's where all the money is. I mean, you're getting extra zeros on your pay packet, however good you are, so you can see where they move up. But he needed to move up, you know what I mean? You see now he's using that reach, maintaining that speed. I mean, if anything, he probably reduced the speed of it and get more turn into the shots. But I mean, and it's only the jab that I have criticism for him. I think he looks better at this weight. He didn't have defeat the last time out. I thought he looked really good. He fights inside well for a big fella. No one of those guys who shouldn't be able to throw his uppercuts close, but he finds the range to do that because he turns that front shoulder into the centre of your chest. Like, I'd say who does that really well is Spence and Crawford. They used to do it at the welterweights, they would do it, but to do it at this weight is phenomenal. So I mean, he's a really good fighter with loads of ability, and you'd never ever guess in a million years that this guy was a cruiserweight.
No. As I say, 38 pounds he's weighed over the cruiserweight limit, comfortably a heavyweight now. Don Charles and Daly Prales in the corner. Has a nice right to the body. Spilmont looked to fire back with his left hand.
And what we saw in the last fight with Thompson is when he got hurt in that 9th round against Pero, he was his legs went to jelly, but in this weight division that happens, doesn't it? They're big punches. But he regrouped very quickly, knew enough to hold on, recover, and then had a pop on the next round, had a right good pop. So I mean, you know, he's shown so much good stuff.
Yeah. always had lots of self-belief, hasn't he? And the man in the upper corner, David Spilmont, he was last out in December, beating Yuri Samarberge over 6 rounds. Before that, he was stopped against Angelo Morajan. It was 5 straight wins before that stoppage, so
the activity just a little bit here, something, not a lot, just a little bit more.
oh, lovely stinging left to the body, and he throws it so well, doesn't he, Barry? So sharp and accurate with those body shots.
And it's good, sorry, good, because he got Spilmont, as Spilmont was retreating, walking back to regroup, he sneaked one in the middle there, just sneaked one out. When you think that's your gap to take a rest. Feinting a lot as well here, Thompson.
They generally take body shots quite well, heavyweights, don't they? There's something in the weight loss as well, down the weights.
As someone just said in my ear, no, Mr. Bentley, our producer. No, it's I won't say what he said. I think, you need a bit of weight around you. I mean, you never see boxers of yesteryear. You would never see them all cut up.
First up on our main broadcast this evening, 7 p.m. is a cracker. Alfie Miedema's in with Lewis Morris, and here is Morris looking relaxed, composed, and he has all week. He really enjoyed this, and here is Alfie Miedema with the team. Dave Allen, Nigel Travers, Jamie Moore will be there somewhere. Yeah, look, wearing a red hat. This is a step up against Morris for Alfie Miedema. Fighting someone for the first time with a winning record, so that's first up, live on DAZN from 7 p.m.
And I like it, I know all that team, and they all turn up, all the team. The fighters, you know, British champions and big heavyweights who send out the arenas, they all turn up. It almost intimidates other people, doesn't it? It's not a bad little thing. I like it.
I bet you had no one carrying your bag, did you?
I'm not scared of anyone, am I? I mean, could they intimidate people when they knew what they were going to get? Like, just lots of punches, but not one of them was heavy.
Fought up a weight division, though, didn't you, Barry?
Two.
Yeah. Okay. Back to this one.
I like the Mazba. That's the problem.
Third round, heavyweight division. Jordan Thompson, David Spilmont. Been asked some questions here from the Frenchman, who tried his best to lean on and stop the work from Jordan Thompson, who has been very impressive with the work to the body, showing that sharp hands that he, as you said, brought up from the cruiserweight division.
He just got to, like I said in the last round, just up the activity, not too much that he blows himself out, maybe just be a little bit first. He's looking to counter everything here, Thompson. And I think it's that jab. I think it's the touching with it and not using it as a potent weapon. I mean, you've got to go back, all styles are different, but if you go back to the 80s heavyweights, which is an unsung heroes of heavyweights, I would think, a lot of them. But they would, that jab, if they used it to push you back, it was a solid weapon every time.
Larry Holmes.
And, but even the other fight, Tyrell's Biggs, all those fighters, you know, I mean, they all use the jab as a proper weapon. I mean, that was a bristling, it was a whip, wasn't it, the jab?
Sharp whips, quick jab. Spilmont trying to throw, it does land 2 shots to the body of Jordan Thompson. Took of his own shots to the body around that left side of the Frenchman.
trying to push him back a little bit here, Thompson, though. Nice little right hook there from Spilmont.
Yeah, just trying to stop the work, isn't he? Trying to unsettle Jordan Thompson. Exactly, just to stand in the pocket.
Yeah, but again, I go back to that. Because you can fight well inside doesn't mean you have to. I mean, he does fight really well. But you're inviting Spilmont back. I think you could bust him up from the outside, I think, and then step in close. When you've done a bit more damage.
This only his second fight in 2.5 years, Jordan Thompson, although he had that 10 rounds with Perro in November. He'll still be looking to be more active, still be finding his time and his distance, won't he? You know, he's a long time out of the ring.
And also, fighting with that added weight.
Yep.
I don't know what, I didn't check the weight, so that's no, I'm professional, but how different the weight he is to his first fight.
Well, yeah, a couple of pounds in it.
Which is not much, but you're still getting used to fighting, training with that added weight.
Yep, 15 seconds to go in this third round.
Good feet there on Thompson.
Yeah, and not having it his own way, Jordan Thompson here, but when he gets down to work like he does there, it's classy, it's flashy, and it's hurtful. Well, we see a moment ago, a little glimpse of Jamie Moore. Charlie Parson just caught up with him.
Brown back in Altrincham tonight in front of that incredible crowd. Just how good is this man? Are we going to see that tonight?
Yeah, I hope so. I think Ducar, is that how you pronounce it? Ducar is tough as old boots, well experienced, been in there with some really good sort of fringe level world operators, not got him out of there. So obviously we're hoping to get some rounds under his belt tonight. So you know, it's not a given punches that hard, but hopefully we can get him into the late rounds.
And then early on the DAZN feed, Alfie Middlemiss makes his return. Just how excited. Actor, talented, but very talented in the ring as well.
Certainly is. He's a good kid. Can really speak well. You know, he's been taught well, and but he can really fight. And it's a good little step up for him. This first 8 rounder, he only had 1 6 rounder, then straight into 8 rounds. But I think it'll suit him better.
Jamie, good luck tonight. Cheers, pal.
Jamie Moore, busy man this evening. As we get back to this one, Jordan Thompson, David Spilmont, the Frenchman, heavy-handed. Spilmont he's trying his best, isn't he, to unsettle Thompson, who's got some nice shots together, certainly to the body. His last win was against Luke Watkin. That was in Cardiff, Barry, and the Joe Cordino.
Yeah, I remember that.
Brackemore.
Really reckless. He's looking for that up. He's looking for the punch finisher here. Thompson, I understand why. Good shot.
Oh yeah, just short right hand, followed by a left hook, but that's just got Spilmont going. Who misses with a big wild left hook.
Lovely body shot there from Thompson right through the middle.
Puts them together really well, doesn't he? Drops to the body, then a fire back with the hooks or the uppercuts.
But just before that, he threw an uppercut from too far out, Thompson. Really committed to it, which is the good thing. But, I mean, it was a little bit too far out, and he was lucky he never got caught there from Spilmont. Again, he's looking for that big finish, and I think he has the ability to find it. But I think he could work behind the fundamentals a little bit more.
Yeah, you feel that is the shot, don't you? The uppercut for Spilmont, who puts his head over the front foot. Throw it after the body shots as he has done. Trying to draw out the lead here with Spilmont. Thompson have to sell that feint a little bit more. Funny sort of style with Spilmont, hasn't he? Sort of tucks up in his shell and all of a sudden he'll just sling in a big hook and he'll try and lean on.
But also, he sort of jumps into his attacks, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Without jumping, but I mean, but his chin comes up. I mean, so you can see where Thompson thinks he can catch him. But again, I think he's got to break him down with the straight shots first.
You think a change of pace, didn't you? Higher tempo. And doesn't have to load up with anything, does he, Thompson? But just a bit busier, maybe.
Well, Thompson's a natural counter puncher, but then that sometimes can make you look a little bit lazy at times because you're waiting for that super shot, and it doesn't always come. So I mean, you got to use that jab a little bit more, push him back, and get him on the back foot. and then having jumped into attacks out of necessity rather than when he wants to, so he doesn't set himself and his timing's out, then that uppercut will land probably cleaner and more effective.
We've already mentioned he's looking for that uppercut, and we see, didn't we, how explosive Moses Asama was when he threw it. Franklin kind of leant on, didn't he, ever so slightly, took a little step back, and he just threw that uppercut. I wonder if that's something that Jordan Thompson could try and replicate.
Yeah, just replicate Moses Asama.
What kind of opponent would you be thinking next? What will he be looking at? Obviously, there's some big names. There's Johnny Fisher, Joe Joyce, David Adler. We've got TKB taking on Riakporhe, Fraser Clark taking on Justice Hooney.
Dave Allen's here.
Dave Allen,
he's got Hrgovic. I mean, if he beats Hrgovic, then that's a different level. But
what kind of fights? Do you think he slots into that kind of group?
I think he does. I think there's some good fighters there. But tomorrow night, Matty Harris is boxing Frank Ignatius, and I think that maybe the winner or loser of that. I mean, they're all difficult fights potentially. I think he can be in the mix with them for sure. Well, I know he can, but I mean, how far you go is in this division a lot to do with how well you take a shot.
Nice right hand, straight right. Sharp that right hand there. Yeah, a little bit swelling under the right eye of Spilmont. He's been in those two big fights against Perro and Opatay. You just get a taste of it. You want to be in those big fights all the time, Larry, don't you?
You too, but I mean, he boxed for a world title, but he skipped the cue, which is nothing wrong with that. We all done that.
Head went in there from Spilmont. Yeah, that was a little bit naughty there. That was deliberate. The referee having none of that. So he has been growling at people, Spilmont, it's all week. He's been fired up with this one, but yet to find anything heavy enough to trouble Jordan Thompson. And a couple of good shots to the body again, another right, creep through.
To be fair, for the most part, Thompson, he's seeing the shots coming and using the shoulders and the forearms just to ride them or block them. That's feint, a real good feint there from Thompson there, stepping in behind the jab.
I was springing the step, weren't there, just before he threw that as well.
It takes a lot of energy to do that, and
resets everything as well, doesn't it, the jab? When you get a bit of a rhythm behind the jab, it's onto a left hook there from Spilmont, but you can just kind of regroup, get going again.
I think Thompson, he looks composed and calm, but I think in his mind, he's rushing. I do. I know he, and that makes it sounds like contradiction here, but that makes you wait too long. because you're rushing, right, gotta get this, you're looking, what's next? But I think it actually stops you from working because you overthink stuff all the time. And that might not be the case. I just got a feeling that's what it might be. Because some of the mistakes he makes every now and again, like jumping in for a hook for no reason at all, it usually means your mind's overactive. And sometimes you've got to just like block the thoughts out a little bit and just do the basics, the simple stuff.
Very important. Although you do want to be 1-2 step ahead, it's so important to stay present and worry about what's going on in the here and now.
Seconds out. Round 6.
Into the 6th round we go. Can Jordan Thompson find the stoppage here? So far, David Spilmont, the Frenchman, shown his toughness. Been on the receiving end of a few body shots, a few uppercuts. It's allowed much, but look again, plows forward, as you say. Every now and again, just jump in when he throws a few shots, tucks up afterwards.
Yeah, again, good work there from Spilmont, but readable there for Thompson. He's done that quite well, hasn't he, Thompson? Used the blocking the shots as they come forward.
Oh, there was a left hook there from Spilmont. Just seemed to trouble him for a second, Jordan Thompson. Just a reminder that you've got to stay switched on, and again the legs look a little unsteady. David Spilmont, he's said something here, the Frenchman, and really going to town. We see Pero hurt Jordan Thompson in that 9th round that you mentioned, and he's definitely hurt Jordan Thompson here with a left hook, and he's really getting to work here, the Frenchman. Again, he's not taking his foot off the gas. He looks really in danger here of getting stopped, Jordan Thompson. He's got to try and grab hold of Spilmont here.
The rest will have to step in if he doesn't fire back.
I tell you what, he's very close to doing so. He's getting very close. He's hurt Thompson. Stunned. There's another right uppercut from Spilmont. Still a minute and 30 left to go in this 6th round. Can he weather this storm, Jordan Thompson?
Right. It's a long way to go.
There's still an awful long way to go, and the Frenchman again. Can he find the shot to close the show here? Looks very tired, doesn't he, Jordan Thompson?
Just went, I think he was from nothing, wasn't it? It wasn't a massive big shot, but he just unravelled here. Thompson.
It's the one thing that he said would improve the punch resistance moving up to heavyweight. I did point out the 11 victories that he has inside the distance, Spilmont, so he can punch, but as he punched himself out here, the Frenchman. There's another reverse 1-2 from Spilmont, gets pushed back to the rope, but looks for a right hand. They look both exhausted as he slips a left uppercut through the middle, Barry.
I tell you what, with the amount of punches he's taken and not fired back, if this was the other way round, this might have been called off.
Yeah, there's a lot of unanswered shots, wasn't there? Just slips under that left hook and then lands another left hand. The Frenchman hanging on now. Jordan Thompson, what can he do? Can he weather the storm? 20-odd seconds to go in this 6th round.
Knocked on or not, there's got to be a 10-8 rounds here.
Yeah, it's been one-way traffic here, and it's still relentless pressure from Spilmont and right to the body from Jordan Thompson. But this has been a massive round for David Spilmont, the heavy-hitting Frenchman, who lands another left hand. Well, credit to Jordan Thompson there for standing on his feet, but Spilmont has just had a huge round there, Barry Jones.
I've got to be honest, Thompson didn't look too bad going back to his corner. I thought he'd be all over the place. He looked sort of a little bit more composed than I thought, but Spilmont, I mean, he might have busted a gasket there, because I mean, he must have thrown, what, 100 punches in that last sort of...
It was a left hook, Barry.
Minute 30. But just the whole, all the energy went away from Thompson, didn't he? Just like...
Go here in this contest. It was looking fairly comfortable. Thompson, you know, David Spilmont was awkward. He was landing the odd shot, tucking up, leaning on, but threw that beautiful left hook, didn't he? And completely changed this fight. But it's Jordan Thompson on the front foot, though. It takes a couple of shots from the Frenchman, Barry.
Solid shot. Not real knockout punches there for Spilmont, but a nice, clean, solid 1-2s down the line there from the Frenchman. And again,
Can't miss with that left hand. And again, just ploughing forward with the straight shots. It's very unsteady. Got to try and regroup and get that composure back, Jordan Thompson.
but this is where, if you look, like I talk about it again, I say about it all the time, but I'll never stop repeating it. The straight shots, the straight long shots is what he needs now more than ever. A solid jab that just comes back fast, but it keeps Spilmont away from you.
What opportunity this would be for Spilmont to get the victory here, but he's under the cross. He lands a nice left hand though on the back foot as he's backed into his red corner. Oh, you just don't know what's going to happen here. Good work though from Jordan Thompson. Oh, from Thompson, the Frenchman drops to his knees, sags, but he's still on his feet, looking to fire back, and up right to the body. He's got his head down. He's down. He's down. Recovery from Jordan Thompson. Will Spilmont make the count? He does. What is left from Bobby shaking his head? Did he punch himself out, Spilmont, who looks for an overhand left? What's left though, Barry, in the tank of Jordan Thompson?
I tell you what, though, unbelievable from Thompson there. I thought he was making a mistake getting too close there, but I mean, he put his cards on the table, didn't he, and committed. And what a lovely chopping right down to start it all there from Thompson.
Oh, good work again. 1-2 taking on the gloves of Spilmont, then he drops to the body.
They're both after that.
They're both shattered. Bam! Comes a 1-2, and he seemed to stiffen the legs there of Jordan Thompson. Bundles of action in these closing rounds here at Planet Ice in the heavyweight division. David Spilmont, Jordan Thompson going to war. And the same could be said for Jordan Thompson now as he punched himself out. Spilmont get back to work, and this stop. The time comes in. Jordan Thompson falls to the canvas. Wow, well, there was ebbs and flows, and it is the Frenchman David Spilmont that gets the victory in a crazy fight here at Planet Ice.
That was just madness. That was literally Thompson walking the fight, coasting the fight, I would say. Spilmont having an unbelievable round, through over 100 punches had to be in that round, and landed with 80 of them. It had to be. Thompson survives, then he gets a knockdown in this round. Looks like he's going to finish it. Runs out of steam, and Spilmont gets the second win.
Wow.
You can't make it up.
That was nuts. Let's hope Jordan Thompson is okay. He sat up in the ring. I think it's pure exhaustion. Both absolutely shattered. Spilmont, you thought once he dropped to the canvas, that was it. You felt Jordan Thompson may have enough to see the fight through and get the stopping victory. He's on this stall now, Jordan Thompson. But what a victory for this man here. David Spilmont gets his 18th victory and his 12th, Barry, inside the distance.
Oh, what a win. What a win for him. And reignites his career massively, because he came here really as a whipping boy, didn't he? That's the truth of it. When could Thompson get him out of there? Can he do better than a few others? And what happened? I think Thompson will look back and he created more problems than he solved tonight. I think wanting to get close and look for that money shot all the time, I think that was a problem. Not working beyond a solid jab. Even though he did some fantastic work, just allowing the guy into the fight. And when you allow a guy into the fight and coach the fight, it gives them confidence. And all it takes in that division, more than any other, unfortunately, it takes one shot to spin the fight round. And it ain't going to be a massive shot. I think it'll be a little half a cupping shot when you can get tired. And his legs went. They're not like the Peril fight, but his legs went and he recovered. His legs went, he couldn't recover himself. But it looked like he did then, didn't it? Look, that minute rest made him, but you know, it has that residue effect, doesn't it? Even though you look like you recover, it stays with you a little bit.
He's absolutely gutted Jordan Thompson. He was on the brink, then he almost brought it back, he almost found it. David Spilmont, as I say, heavy-handed, That is 12th victory inside the distance. Well, David Spilmont gets it, but let's throw it back to David.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Michael Alexander calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 2 minutes, 39 seconds of round number 7. Declaring your winner by TKO, David Spilmont.
Yeah, he gets his 18th victory, David Spilmont.